So today we're gonna do a braid takedown video.
The longer I awaited, the change that never came, the more I want forever, the less I feel the same. So I made my decision, and after came the pain. Say this will be easy to forget.
Hello darlings, and welcome back to today's video. So today we are going to start the episode of a braid takedown video. We're gonna do a braid takedown and we're gonna explain certain things of how to take it down. So when you do a protective style that stays in your head for like a very long period of time, you might actually take care of it or fail to take care of it. And whatever you do to it in the process will determine what happens to your hair when it comes to takedown day. So the things you do approaching takedown are important. The things you do while the protective style is in your head plays a role. So let's just see if we have done a good job with this one. Okay, let's see how much length we've maintained. We're gonna see how far. What does 3 months growth look like? Well, we're gonna see the growth if we did not create damage. Okay, so let's find out in this video, and voila.
Say this will be easy to forget. Say this will be easy to forget.
To get on with today's agenda, we start by applying a certain moisturizer on the ends of the strands and continue applying it as needed as you work your way up. You don't have to use this specific one. I always say use what you have on hand. You can use a jelly, oil, or whatever else you have on hand. But if you have more narrow braids, then you might want to prepare your hair in advance, just prior to takedown day. Mine are a bit more medium sized, so they are a bit easier to take out using this method by hand and instant product application. A simple preparation method could be applying a conditioner or oil or any slippery product to your hair, tied away with a plastic bag the night before or a couple of hours earlier to allow the product to penetrate in the braids faster. This allows the unraveling method to be smoother. This can be done to any size braids, and it also minimizes breakage as you unbox your braids. Now let's get back to this method. As you unravel your hair and reach the point where your own hair starts, you need to start applying care, being slow, being more attentive to the knots as they appear. But most of all, paying special attention to pulling the braids out at the end, because you don't want to break off your ends now, do you? Finally, once the braid is fully detached from your hair, you should attend to any product buildup that was left with your hair. You will realize that I'm mostly using the pick, drag and throw motion that I mentioned in the hair tangles video. If you haven't watched it, I'll put it up in the cards and in the description box below. I'll let you look at this process for a while and we can continue our chat.
talking about better days. Do you ever get used to the pain? 'Cause I don't know if I can do this again. Now you got me wondering why you let me die alone inside.
I want to leave a couple of highlights here as you watch the video. I want you to pay attention as I remove the braid completely from the hair, as I separate the braid from the point where we've got a product buildup. I want you to watch how that separation is also occurring, and I also want you to pay attention to the fact that I'm using my hands, and I also want you to pay attention that my braids are basically medium size. They are not the tiniest. So if you had tiny braids, you might actually use not a product, you might find yourself using some metallic thing or plastic thing, something to help you unravel your hair. If you want to take up a hair growth journey, I would recommend that you try to stay away from the narrowest braids, especially during the time which you are trying to grow your hair. Unless you have the patience to take your hair out one by one with your fingers. And the reason why you are taking them out with your fingers is because it helps you pay special attention to the point at which you might potentially create breakage and go slow, or assist any potential knots that might form up. So these are the important things that you need to pay attention to when you unbox your braids, because this is what I said. You can use products to grow your hair. Your hair can grow, that's great. You can do rice water, you can do whatever, you can leave your hair alone. But the minute you have to touch your hair, whether that means unbraiding it, putting a comb in it, that's the point when we create the most breakage. That's the point when we take out a lot of shed hair. That's why you want to minimize that, or at least make it simpler. That's what I'm saying. If you are trying to grow your hair, you might want, at least during that period, avoid the most narrowest of all braids. Or at least if you're gonna take the narrow version, then maybe take twists. Twists are a little bit easier to remove in the narrow form than taking out braids. So yeah, I just thought I would highlight that.
Artificial love, we just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch of artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch, artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. How can you know what's in our mind, when in between the good and bad there's such a thin line? How can you know what's in our heart, when often hate motivates and love tears you apart? Artificial love. artificial love. Artificial love, we just make it up. 'Cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love.
Objective of this video, which was to see if we have done a good job in taking care of this style. I'd say overall we did okay, except to this one upcoming braid that you're gonna see in a minute, where that's where I experienced the most shedding and breakage. I don't know what happened. You will even notice on my face, I was like, what is going on? So at least it's one. I didn't see that damage in a lot of other areas. But I think overall we did a good job. It turned out great. And the next video we're going to do a relaxer update, and you're gonna see how the hair is flourishing. Obviously you're not gonna see the length in this one while I'm taking it out on braids, but the relaxer video will definitely show you. And I have a few tips that I'm gonna share there about the differences that I have seen from doing the previous relaxer and doing this one. There are a few significant differences, including thickness, but yeah, that content will come up in the next video. But as for now, I will go ahead and finish the final parts of this video off camera. But I really hope you've learned a thing or two from here. Please take away the important tips. It's very important on anybody's journey to grow their hair. But hey guys, I'll let you watch the rest of the part, and I will see you in the next video.
When I seems lost, thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain.